Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. It is Friday, nearly afternoon for me. Not yet, I think it's around 11:30 a.m. It is a, can you hear that wind? It is a rainy, windy, cloudy day today. Oh, spooky. Oh, spooky. A perfect day for me to hang out with you guys and do a bit of a Q&A. I finally came back to YouTube last week and I asked you guys if you had any questions to help me get back into the swing of vlogging and chatting with you guys, and you guys have some pretty great questions. So I'm gonna head over to the bathroom, get myself ready. This is my bedhead bangs. They're not that bad, but you know, they could be better. Yeah, I can start answering your questions. Where is my straightener? Alrighty, let's see if I can do this and answer questions at the same time. Alrighty, to start off, Hearts 1980 and A. Sherry Kalner both asked, how are you and how are you doing? Those are some good questions to start on. How am I? I'm pretty good. I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing really well. I have a lot more energy than I have had for the past while. I'm feeling a little sleepy today, but in good spirits, in a good mood. So yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know. Heather Ann Cherry Pie asks, read any good books lately? This is so embarrassing. Remember, there was some time, I feel like, at the beginning of the year where I'm like, I'm gonna read more books. And Will and I bought a Kindle, and I was really excited. And I bought Watership Down. I have still not finished it. That's not to say I'm not enjoying it. I'm absolutely loving it. What a fantastic novel. So incredibly well written. I'll let you know when I finish it. Who knows when that will be, but it will be at some point because I'm determined to finish it. It's so hard to get into reading as an adult for some reason. I used to read all the time, constantly. And now it's like, I can barely read one book. Victoria Elizabeth has a good question. The question is, what have you found is the best way to grow your audience? Good question. So, I have been a long-term YouTube watcher. I was watching YouTube years before I started my channel. So, basically, I have done all the things that I like to see YouTubers do. So definitely responding to comments, like even just like liking comments and stuff. It's just nice. It makes me feel like I'm communicating with you guys. Listening to suggestions if you like them as well, but also not doing anything, like I'm not gonna do anything that I'm uncomfortable with, even if it's like something you guys really, really want. And I feel like having respect for yourself and like good boundaries also just is a healthy relationship, and a healthy relationship is something that grows. You know, I've practiced really hard on trying to make good thumbnails, and coming up with better titles for my videos, not clickbaiting. Nobody likes clickbait. Clickbait gets the clicks, but it does not get the fans. Jules asks, ooh, how was the experience traveling during the panic in North America? Was it super difficult because of the border situation? Did you need to book new flights and such? It was very stressful leading up because there were uncertainties, considering the fact that flights were being canceled every single day. So of course we had a really tight watch on my flight to make sure that it didn't get canceled. And I am very happy to say that my flight was never canceled. So I did not have to book a new flight, which was super wonderful. Crossing the border was not fun. I didn't like it. And if I'm remembering correctly, by the time that I was crossing the border guards had been kind of like let go, as in like they weren't working, and the border guards were replaced by the US military, which was terrifying. So yeah, crossing over, of course, they drilled me a bit. They were like, why are you crossing? you know the border's closed, you're not supposed to be crossing. We were the only ones there. So that was really scary, and I just had to like keep my cool and be like, hi, you know, like I came here before everything went down. I have a flight to go back home. I need to go back home. I need to go back to the country that I live in, where I have health insurance and a husband and a job. I just stood my ground. I had all my paperwork, so aka my Japanese residency card, my passport with my visa, I had my flight details, everything proven that I was not going over to the States to do anything in the States. He took my papers in for what felt like an eternity, but he came out and said, have a nice trip. Oh yeah, by the way, my ColourPop Frozen palette came in, which is super fun. But I feel like the colors aren't gonna fit today's look. Or maybe they will, maybe. Hey, it's .Ren asks, how's your overall health been doing lately? And I'm happy to say that it's doing really well. I might have had a flare-up a couple days ago, but I can't tell if it was a flare-up or a little stomach bug, but we'll never know. But I made it through. It only lasted for a day. Still seeing my doctor and being taken well care of, so no worries in that department. Everything is super good, so that's good. I've been taking lots and lots of naps, so okay, here we go. I'm a bit nervous. It's super sparkly, pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the corners of my eyes. Oh, that's a lot more pink than I imagined. Oh no, does that look good? It kind of looks like I was punched in the face. Why didn't I just do something that I know looks good? I'm gonna be on camera for the rest of the day, and I decided to do this. NTSU Camera has a really good question, which is, what is an activity you've wanted to try but haven't? That's such a good question, and I'm trying to think of an answer. What is something I have wanted to do but I haven't done? It's like a punch needling? Something like that? I'll put it up on the screen. Punch needling. I've always wanted to try snowboarding. I've gone skiing. What do you guys think? Do you guys ski or snowboard? Which one's easier? Okay. I mean, you guys aren't here for beauty, so I don't think you're gonna judge me too much. So Arch of Winter has some really good questions. One is, your area is much more in the countryside and inland. Is it much cool and less humid than coastal cities? Chiba Prefecture is not super inland at all, actually. It's technically more coastal. I can tell you that it's definitely cooler here than it was in Shizuoka, just because we're a bit more north, which is really nice. A bajillion more earthquakes. Second question is, did you find yourself doing something that is normal in Japan while you were back in Canada that people have noticed? They noticed it. My sister and my brother noticed it more when they were visiting Japan, but there's a typical thing that in Japanese culture, when somebody's talking to you, you go, like you nod and you, like you give a vocal cue that you're hearing what they're saying and you're listening. And it can come off a bit weird if you do it in an English speaking situation. It's just like you're talking to me and I'm like, Then they're like, are you okay? Do you want to say something? And then this last question, it's not really a question, but they say, share with us the latest and greatest in seasonal limited time fast food items you're enjoying. And that's where we're going to move on to the next section of this vlog, which is going to be walking to McDonald's to get one of their limited edition burgers. They've got this new mentai burger, like chicken burger. So I love their chicken burgers, but now they're gonna put cheese and mentaiko on the burger, and I'm very interested because mentaiko is something I have discovered that I like recently. And I thought it would be really interesting to go and try it. So let's go on a walk in the rain and get some Mickey D's. Now you may be wondering, what is mentaiko? And I will tell you. It is actually pollock roe, or more simply, cod eggs. There are three main ways to eat tarako, but mentaiko is when the pollock roe is marinated in seasonings and spices to create a flavorful paste that you can make into a sauce once it is removed from its sack. Yeah, it's not the most appetizing sounding food, and it's probably something that you will either love or hate, but it is something Japanese people definitely love. Back when I lived in Shizuoka Prefecture, we even ran into a museum completely dedicated to this stuff. The mentaiko they added to the chicken burger was very creamy, almost like a mayo. It added a great Japanese twist to an American food. I made it back. I knew doing my bangs today would be a waste of time. Look at them. What a mess. Oh, what a trek just to go get a McDonald's burger. But I give it a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10. Definitely would eat it again. Sorry, all the crinkling noise. I stopped by the local cafe to get some treats for tonight because why not? They're delicious. All right, I'm going to get out of all this and we can answer more questions. Alrighty, let's get into the rest of the questions. Look at All the Dumb asked, do you have a favorite art style? I do, and I didn't know the name of it for a while, but my friend Bailey helped me figure out what the actual name of the art style is. It's called urban sketching, which is what I do myself actually. So yeah, I would say urban sketching is my current favorite art style right now to make and look at. Anna Cat Meow asks, what are some of your favorite Japanese food you've discovered after moving there? I had already tried things like natto and umeboshi before moving to Japan. So I guess when I got here, I would say I've discovered a lot of fish. I've eaten a lot more types of fish and discovered that I really like them. So some of my favorite fish that I've discovered are kinmedai, which are this big red fish with this really big eye. And they are so delicious when cooked and grilled. I discovered that scallops are absolutely incredible as sashimi. I had only grown up eating cooked scallops, but they are really good raw. Highly recommend. Same with amaebi, which are these raw, tiny little sweet shrimps. Those are really good. Basically, when it comes to like the sushi and sashimi section, like cuisine, I've discovered a lot more fish that I like. Sydney Skylar Ann asks, what's one favorite throwback song and one favorite current? Happy to see you back. Thank you. Let's start with my favorite current song, which is Exist to Love by Aurora. Aurora is my absolute favorite artist of all time right now. She just released a beautiful song about love. Highly recommend listening to it. It's beautiful. It makes me cry when I listen to it. And a favorite throwback song would probably be Savannah by Relient K is the first one that pops into my head right now. Great song. Good vibes. Reminds me of summer in high school. EJ Photo asks, do you plan on doing another clothing line? P.S. Love my Sweet Dreams sweatshirt. I'm so glad that you like it. It's so cool to me that some of you have my merch and you enjoy it. So that makes me super happy. And yes, I am definitely planning on another merch launch. Actually, on my walk home from McDonald's today, I was brainstorming a lot of ideas. I've been brainstorming ideas for months, but today I feel like a certain design just hit me. And I'm just so excited to sit down and start sketching it out and getting it onto your bodies. That's a weird way to say that, but yeah, look forward to merch because there will definitely be some new merch coming out this year, hopefully for the summer. Mostly Rhiannon, hi Rhiannon, asks, what title would you give this chapter in your life and why? What a poetic question. This chapter of my life is titled Blooming Where You're Planted. Carolyn Roberts asks, has your hat collection expanded since the last time you showed us? Yes, it has. I will be right back. When I was just in Canada, my mom surprised me with a little gift. It's this cute hat from the Gap. It's like half and half. And on the back it says Paris and Tokyo, which is so cute. I've never been to Paris though, so need to go to Paris now so that this hat can be fulfilled. But it's really cute. I like the half and half look. It's pretty cute. Actually, I'm gonna leave it on. Why not? I do love it. Israel the Arch asked, what's something you missed from Japan while you were visiting Canada? I missed being able to get around without a car because, wow, going back to Canada I was in a car every single day, or you have to be in a car if you want to go anywhere, which just, wow, I don't miss that at all. I love the life of biking and walking and konbini, of course. I had some konbini cravings, even though I was in Canada for only 2 weeks. Oh, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when eventually we move back to Canada. There's going to be so many things I miss about Japan. I'm not going to think about it. It's not happening anytime soon, so let's not go down that road. IGXX asks, have you made any really good food in the past that you would recommend trying? Yes, I have been making somen recently. I have featured it on my Instagram stories. I highly recommend trying it. It's so good. Actually, my next video will be a Can Naomi Cook, and I will be teaching you how to make somen. I'm not sure if you guys can get the sauce, so I'm going to figure out how to make the sauce because you should be able to find all the other ingredients, but the key ingredient is of course the sauce for the flavor. So yeah, look forward to that. But somen, it's a Japanese noodle summer dish that is very delicious. And Wooter has a creative question. Do you plan the shots or topics for videos in advance, or do you just vlog as you see stuff you want to vlog about? Good question. For example, this vlog, obviously I knew it was going to be a Q&A, so I was trying to think of how I could make it interesting. So as soon as I saw your questions coming in, I start to brainstorm. When I go to sleep at night, I usually come up with a lot of my video ideas. So some of them have been spontaneous, but most of them are at least a little planned in my mind as to what I want to do. They are very much like on the spot, but I have a general idea of what I'd like to do and what I'd like to make. I have sticky notes all over my desk usually of just like, if I come up with a video idea, I just like write it down, be like, I want to do that. And that brings us to the end of the Q&A. Thank you so much for all the questions. If you have any more questions, I'll be answering them text form down below in the comments. Yeah, it's been a nice day. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Thank you for all your support. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and eat well. Bye!